Hello, my name is Rylan. Welcome to my channel. We'll just do some general cozy things, so let's spend the day together. That is the kind of book that will have me sitting in this chair for hours on end until I finish it because they just consume me. Can you look? Can you say hi? And he has the highest pitch meow that a boy cat has ever had, right, buddy? Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, I love you. The audiobook I'm listening to right now is Five Survive by Holly Jackson. This is the most snow that I've seen, I think, since I was a child. Ready to go. And he's already made a snowball, so we'll see how many get thrown at me. Since this is my first video, it feels weird to just get right into creating content without acknowledging that it's my first video. But I also don't want to just sit here and talk at you and tell you about myself. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to take you along with me for a day in my life, and we're just going to chat. I'm going to give you some facts about me. That way you can hopefully get to know me a little bit better through this video, and then we can get into bookish content, lifestyle content, even more so in the coming videos. So today is Saturday, and I had so many plans I was going to take you guys along for. I was going to go for a workout. My husband and I were going to go eat somewhere for lunch, maybe do some reading at a coffee shop. But the weather had other plans, unfortunately. So I'm bringing you along on this cozy snowed-in day with me, which will honestly give you more of an idea of my everyday kind of life because I really do spend most of my time at home, if I'm being honest. The workout I was supposed to go to this morning was a heated yoga class, but unfortunately, I guess that's just not in the cards for today. But now it feels like a great time to tell you the first fact about me is that I love yoga. I did athletics in high school. And I had that kind of typical pipeline, I feel like, from athletics into obsessively lifting weights. And I did that for, I don't know, several years. And then I tried the gold standard yoga. There is a yoga place literally blocks from my apartment. And it might not be a stretch to say that it changed my life. Like, it really, I loved it. I also love taking walks. I take walks quite frequently with my audiobook in, or my husband will go with me and we'll just chat. That is another fave of mine. So I think the plan for today, being snowed in, is to possibly finish my book. I'm reading Anatomy of an Alibi by Ashley Elston. She's the author of First Lie Wins, which I really loved. Probably like 30 to 40% through. I could definitely finish this today if I spend enough time doing it, but I'm at least going to get some reading done. Maybe we'll do some puzzling. Dylan and I, my husband, are planning on going out in the snow at some point, so I'll take y'all with me for that too. We'll just do some general cozy things, so let's spend the day together. Okay, I've been reading for a while now. I'm a little bit more than 50% through at this point, and this feels like a great time to give you another fact about me. When it comes to books, I'll read just about anything, any genre. I don't really care, but I think the genres that I read the most are mystery and thriller and fantasy with romance. I would say romantasy, but I have been pretty disappointed by the genre lately. I feel like our standards have gotten really low for romantasy, whereas they used to be a lot higher, and I kind of miss that, but I do still like to read a good romantasy, a good fantasy with romance. But really, I've been into the thrillers really heavily this last year and the year before. I think the last couple of years I've been really into the mysteries and the thrillers. I like a thriller way more than I like a mystery. It takes a really, really good mystery for me to be interested in it. But my favorite thrillers are the ones that have to do with an unsolved case, a case that's been unsolved for a really long time. And then now we are in the future or whatever, in the present, and we're looking back and things are coming out and we're starting to solve that unsolved case. Those are my absolute favorite. That is the kind of book that will have me sitting in this chair for hours on end until I finish it because they just consume me. The books that come to mind when thinking of that specific trope are The Only One Left by Riley Sager and The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. Those two they're a little bit similar with the story that they tell. Obviously they are different, but they're just so good and they just get me so excited to be reading. If I had to pick a couple of books to be my like personality pick books, it would be the A River Enchanted series by Rebecca Ross. I love Rebecca Ross's writing so much. She's my favorite author for sure. She just writes the coziest fantasies without it being the typical low stakes cozy fantasy, if you know what I mean. She just writes the perfect vibes. Her books feel like drinking a cup of hot tea, wrapping up in a blanket, settling in. I really feel transported into the coziest, like the first part of The Hobbit. That's how Rebecca Ross's writing feels to me. And then the second book that would be my personality pick book is A Man Called Ove by Friedrich Bachmann. That book it's so interesting because it is literary fiction, and literary fiction is weird to me because I feel bored when I'm reading it most of the time. Like as I'm reading the book, I'm feeling a little bored by it. But then by the time I finish it, I'm questioning if it may be my favorite book of all time. I feel like that's usually how it goes with me with literary fiction. I either DNF or give 5 stars. There's not really much in between. But A Man Called Ove is just so heartwarming. There's just something to me about old people. I just really love old people in real life and in literature. So that book just really holds such a special place in my heart. I think I cried like 3 times reading through it. It is just so good. So those 2 are definitely my personality picks, but here are some more books that are on my favorites shelf. I'll also insert a clip of the said favorites shelf. My husband is also a reader, so there are some books of his picks that are on there as well. But most of the books on there are books that we've both read, or a lot of the books on there are books that we've both read and both count as our favorites. Particularly Project Hail Mary, Sword of Kaigen, Recursion, Verity, Green Lights. Those are all books that we both read and loved enough to give 5 stars to. So while I was reading, I started to get a little sleepy. So now I think I'm going to make myself some tea and then switch to an audiobook and work on a puzzle. Also, this is my cat, Miso. Can you look? Can you say hi? She's so cute. We've had her for about 1.5 years now. Zuko is up there at the very top, but we've had him for about half a year, a little bit more than half a year now, and we love them so much. Miso's our little diva. Say hi. Here is Zuko. Oh, sorry, buddy. In the cat tree. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. He's got some eye boogies that we're working on getting rid of, but he's a sweet boy. You watching this now? This is Zuko. He's still getting used to being held, and he has the highest pitch meow that a boy cat has ever had, right, buddy? He's a sweet boy, though. I forgot to tell y'all, we're also making stew in the crock pot for dinner tonight. Another fact about me is that I actually love to cook, which is shocking. And if you would have told me I would be saying that a couple years ago, I would absolutely not believe you. I grew up in a family full of women that can cook and a dad that can cook. However, my family was so worried about eating healthy and kind of in a misinformed way, honestly. Mom and dad, if you're watching this, I love you. But they were very like, we can't cook anything in oil. Like they were kind of healthy in the way that the health food didn't really taste very good. Again, love you guys. But we would have rotisserie chicken, which I'm just not a big meat eater in general. So that just did not do it for me. Anyway, we would also have just canned veggies with it and just cottage cheese on the side. And it's like, it's fine. And it'll do in a pinch. And we're not spending a whole bunch of money on food. So it worked. It was fine. It's fine. But I thought that that's what cooking was. And I didn't realize that we could make good food at home just on a day-to-day basis that was healthy and tasted really good. So Dylan kind of got me into cooking. He was more into it than I was at first, but now I really love it. I started out with just learning from cookbooks. So I use this Quick and Cozy cookbook by Tegan Gerard. We love this Dinner Tonight one by Alex Snodgrass. This one is great for weeknight dinners. I like that this one tells you how long it's going to take. And then Cook This Book, which kind of goes through different cooking techniques that helps you learn the how and the why of cooking and not just following a recipe and just doing the things it says just because it says. I am trying to start getting more comfortable taking risks in the kitchen, throwing together recipes of our own creation, but I'm very much give me a recipe. I'll do what the recipe says the first time and then I can make some tweaks. I'm still not quite confident in myself to make a recipe from scratch by myself, but I do want to work on that this year. I want to get to where I can just go look at the fridge, pick out what we have and make a meal from there. But yeah, anyway, we have a cozy stew in the crock pot for today. I feel like it's perfect for snow day. One thing about this girl is she always wants to be involved. She doesn't always want to be touched, but she does want to be involved. I got this puzzle board when I first started doing puzzles last year, and it is absolutely incredible. It has these little drawers around the sides so that you can hold the extra puzzle pieces. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle. This one is $7.50, I think. I started this puzzle last weekend, but it makes it where I can cover it up and just slide it under the couch when I'm not working on it because these precious babies would mess with it if I left this just out on the counter. So love this. The audiobook I'm listening to right now is 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. I've loved all of her other books. This one I'm not loving as much, but I'm hoping it finishes strong. Here's the puzzle progress for today. I am almost done puzzling. After I'm done with this, Dylan and I are going to go out in the snow. I don't know if you can see in the background, but it is still coming down very hard. It's been coming down since early this morning. This is the most snow that I've seen, I think, since I was a child. And I know it's the most snow that Charlotte has seen, which is where we live, by the way, Charlotte, North Carolina. I know it's the most snow that Charlotte has seen since like 2002. So it's crazy, but we're going to go out in it. We're going to walk to this park that's close to us and maybe get some pics and just be in the snow. Because these windows back here are literally all we get. So it's kind of hard to feel the weathery vibes. So we're going to go out in it. But I thought that while I finish up my puzzling, I'll give you some rapid fire facts about me. Dylan and I have been together for about 6 years and we got married in October of last year. We had a very small, intimate wedding. We actually held it at an Airbnb, but we only invited the people that were the absolute closest to us. And it really was just the most perfect wedding. I know probably everybody thinks that about their wedding, but it was seriously just stress-free, and it was really just about us. And it was incredible. It was perfect. I was the valedictorian of my high school class. I will only drink dark roast coffee at home. Our local Indian food place is on a first name basis with me and Dylan. We go there like once a week on average. My favorite artists are Noah Kahan and Taylor Swift. In high school, I played basketball, volleyball, and I did track, but volleyball was my favorite. It's a goal of mine to join a league this year and get back into volleyball as an adult. Dylan and I both have a Kia. Mine's name is Serena, the Sportage, and Dylan's is named Tubby, the Telluride, because Teletubbies. We live in an apartment right now, and I am absolutely dying to live in a house. I kid you not, I think about it several times a day. We went on a cruise for our honeymoon, and I'm now obsessed with going on another one. It's also all I think about. I'm gonna find one more piece and then be done with it. I'll give you one more fast fact. Okay, I found my last piece, and my last fast fact is that dumplings are my favorite food of all time. Specifically Indian dumplings called momo, but also any kind of dumplings, pot stickers, gyoza, soup dumplings, whatever it is, I love. Let's go play in the snow. Ready to go. Gonna freeze to death. Okay, we made it outside. It is cold,
And
but
slippery.
not unbearably so. It is very beautiful though, and very peaceful. We're only like 2 blocks from the park, and he's already made a snowball, so we'll see how many get thrown at me. Our little wine shop is open, so we're gonna stop in and grab a bottle. We are back, and a number was done on my mascara. So I'm gonna go take my makeup off, and then we're gonna get into that stew that's been in the crock pot all day. It smells so good. This looks incredible. Oh my gosh. Incredible. So we are gonna have our dinner and watch an episode of our show. We're watching Dead to Me on Netflix right now. And then I think I'm just gonna read and just kind of chill for the rest of the night. So I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Bye.